right, so we're back at Carrie's event. So this is the last video of the day. It'll be the last class of the day and the last class of actually the event. So it's been a great time. Again, thanks to Carrie for having the event. Thanks to the BBA Builders Club for being here and posting everything on the site. It's been an awesome time and something that we're definitely going to look at doing more of in the future. One thing I've talked to a couple of the people out on the East Coast is that we're going to try to do one of these on the East Coast. So that'll be coming up probably, can't say when, it'll be sometime during the summer to try to get in between this and probably between DroidCon so that we don't have competition for that.
And
so we're
yearly on this one?
This one will be yearly is what we're going to look at, and the others, if they turn out as well as this one did, we'll definitely look at doing those yearly too. This has been a great event. I think the people that have came have learned a lot of things. There's been some droids that have actually become functional today, which is awesome. So it's been a lot of help from some of the main team members here on helping some of the new members get their drives rolling. So just another encouragement of why you want to look at attending these events, spending your time and coming and just meeting the people and the camaraderie that we have. I mean, it's been great. So, all right, so we're going to talk about finishing the molding of the parts that we did yesterday. So we created the silicon mold. Yesterday you knew that, or if you watched that video, you saw that it had the foam core around it. So we took that off, took the part out of the mold. So now you can see the mold and you can see all of the detail that was transferred into the silicone. So we got that out, made sure everything looked really well. The only way to tell if a mold is any good is to go ahead and cast your first part. So that's what we're going to do. Everybody will get to see it live. So we're using, I moved it out of the way. For this particular mold, again, we're using Smooth On. So, you know, a good commercial for these guys. Maybe I'll get a discount. Yay! Some good products. They have almost anything you could think of as far as doing a mold. So if you need to talk with these guys, give them a call. They're great to work with. They'll answer any of your questions. Today we're going to be using Smoothcast 65D. It's a two-part mix. It mixes 1-to-1. It's really easy to mix. The pot life on this is 2.5 minutes with a cure time of 10 to 15 minutes. So it's really fast and you've got to work really quick. You can also color them, dye them some different colors. This one is white once it's molded. So you've got to look at what colors you want to add. It's an experiment on trying to find your color match. So I've already poured the chemicals out. It's two parts. They're both 1-to-1. We'll start the mixture. And again, from the time you pour that into that cup, it's 2.5 minutes and it's going to be so hard you can't do anything with it anymore. So you got to watch your mix time. I usually do 30 seconds on trying to get it mixed. Another thing I do to cut down on the bubbles, since I'm not using a vacuum to take out the bubbles, is that I shake the mixtures really well, which is recommended by the vendor. I pour them into the cups and let them set, and they'll basically degas themselves over a little bit of time. And again, once you can start seeing that, where you can feel that the cup's starting to get warm, so it's already starting to activate. So I take a brush on these small molds and I actually brush in the first coat into the part, and that's because the details are so fine. If you just pour the chemical in, it will just rest on top of those small details and you'll have air bubbles in your part. Again, you've got to keep in with your time. A good thing to do is set a timer on your watch for like a minute to know that you're getting really close to your pot life. And again, I'm just trying to cover every surface of the mold with the material, and it's sticky enough that it'll stick to the silicone mold while it's wet. So once I do that, I go ahead and pour in the rest of the mixture, and I'll get it about halfway full, roll it around to get any air that was in that part, and then we'll finish off the pour. So that's how I cast that part. Now the brushes I was using are just some cheap brushes from Michael's or any of your local hobby stores. And again, just brush that in. Once you use this brush, it's disposable, so don't use good expensive brushes for that. So at 10 to 15 minutes after that is set, you'll take and pull it out. It'll turn. You'll start seeing it to turn milky white, and you'll see that you can see the detail, how much it captured all of that detail in the hollow. And you can also see from the mold prep that we talked about yesterday that now you will have to do zero sanding on a part like this to get it prepped. Basically, just touch it with some 400 sandpaper and then put your paint on it, and you're ready to go. So, any questions?
Did you fill it all the way top when you're filling it up?
I did not, and that's part of your mold building. You want to know where you capped it off at, and I do usually like 1/8 of an inch below my molds that I know to stop pouring at that point.
Okay.
If you over pour, you can see this one was slightly over poured. So what you can do is just take and sand that off. It's just a little bit of extra cleanup, and you can get some weight savings that way too.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll let that dry. One of the things that I did this week to get ready for this event was I printed one of the ABS domes and a skirt. So everyone here, they're getting a chance to win this dome. So we're going to go ahead and do a drawing for one of the domes. Who's going to get it?
Wait a second, before we go, is this a rotate above the dome?
No, it can be either one.
Okay, or above the ring, I'm sorry?
It is set for above the ring, but you can do no rotation. So, Michael James.
Congratulations.
There you go. And you get all the losers' names in there.
New drawing.
Which card's yours?
All right, so that kind of closes the event. Again, thanks for Carrie for doing the event. Thanks for the BB-8 Club. All of the videos are on the forum. On the BB-8. On the Facebook site. We will be trying to get a spot on there to add those to the forum so everyone can view them there. So, all right, that's it.
Thank you. Thank you.